Hi ladies, welcome to session 2. It's all about skincare tonight. I hope that you had fun watching session 1 and figuring out if you're a high, medium, or light contrast based on your hair and skin. Hi Katie Baker, good to see ya. All right, so I'm just gonna do a little review on what we talked about this morning. We talked about the importance of what we put on and in our bodies, and I talked about how we didn't realize the damage that we were doing to our son when he was 1.5 to 2 by just exposing him to way more toxins than his body can handle. I loved my candles, I loved my Gain, and all the things that we found out were triggering his asthma symptoms, and things have gotten much better since we've taken control of our home environment and what he's exposed to. I also talked about why it's important to put some thought into what we are wearing. Hello, oh yay, I'm glad Jasmine's here too. Why it's important to think about what we're wearing and how it can affect us. And so if you haven't had a chance to watch session 1, please go do that. Goes into the details. I posted a picture of what different, we're trying to, the whole idea is looking at the total body, right? We want to create and emphasize the things that we have been given and just bring out the beauty that's already there and mimicking what we're wearing with what's going on our head. We don't want to have a head unattached to our body. All right. So, and the combination of all that, our personalities, the things that we've been given, and our intelligence, our kindness, those are the things where we get our beauty from. It's not from our clothes, right? It's not from our makeup. The beauty is there. We're just trying to bring it out. So we're going to talk about some different basic skincare tips. Whoa, sorry about that. And if you are young, or if you are on the older, more mature spectrum, it's never too early to think about how we're taking care of our skin, and it's never too late, right? Wherever we're at is the best time to start thinking about it and treating it. When I think about my skin, I think about this story where we were taking our kids camping. We were going with a friend of ours that have kids, and we were having this great time up in the mountains here in Arizona. And at this particular day happened to be quite chilly. So we had our big coats on, we were all sitting around in our chairs, and it felt so good to sit in the sun. Little did I think about the higher elevation. My whole face was sunburnt really bad. This was probably 2 or 3 years ago, maybe closer to 3 years ago. And I actually still have a spot on my nose right here that I'm working on that did some serious damage to my skin. And it just is one thing that I've focused on quite a bit because it's scary. It's scary when you live in Arizona and you have an experience like that and you have this spot and you're like, ah. I'm working with a dermatologist, but just so you know, my dermatologist talked to me about nutrition, which is another thing we're going to get into today because nutrition is so important for our skin, and supplements. Okay, so, but limit your sun exposure, you guys. That 10 to 2 window, I've been really good about avoiding being in the sun. And because we were cold up in the mountains, I didn't think about it. I had, we were just talking all day in the sun, and so that's when the big bad burn happened. Now I know to use this. It's a mineral sunscreen without the yucky stuff in it that's popular in sunscreens. But so we use the sunscreen, but another way that we need to care for our skin is by washing it every night. Trust me, I know that us moms can be tired at night before you go to bed, or, you know, working women, even if you don't have any children, sometimes we're too tired. And if we can get in the habit of washing our face at night and allowing the time to have it renew in the evening, at night while we're sleeping, is a really good time to do that. Another thing is no smoking. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but smoking has been scientifically proven not to be good for our skin, so we don't want to do that. And we want to use natural products on our skin and then also give it the nutrition that it needs. About 10% of the women love their skin. So only 10% of people are loving, you know, their skin. So it's just really important that we take good care of it. And it's probably not because our skin is bad. There could be another issue going on, but the statistics say that only 10% love their skin, and 44% of us get our skincare routine from our mothers. So if you have daughters, it's even more important that we are taking good care of our skin, not just for us, but we're creating habits for our children, and they're watching and they're learning from us. So some aging that happens with our skin is programmed in our DNA, and it's programmed to make specific changes in our skin at specific times. But if we are using the right products and apply them at the right timing for our skin, we can delay these transformations. And the lifestyle, our lifestyle and how we can take care of ourselves affects how we age. Sorry, I have my notes right here. So if you are looking over here, I don't have this memorized, but this is something that I've learned. So our skin is a living thing. It's living. It protects all of our internal organs. It regulates our body temperature. It permits sensations of touch, of heat and cold, and it is absorbing all those ointments, like the sunscreen that I talked about earlier. All the serums and the creams that we put on our skin is being absorbed into our bodies. And it's also water resistant. The essential nutrients are not washed out, right? Our skin is important, and we have it, and we have 3 layers. We have the epidermis, which is the thinner outer layer. Then we have the dermis, which is inside where our blood vessels are and our hair follicles. And then deep underneath is the hypodermis, which is where the fat and the connective tissues are, and the sweat glands and those types of things. So some things that are really beauty enemies for our skin, you guys, and in general: the sun, pollution. Where we live, we can't control a lot of that, but the fact is pollution is not good for our skin. Stress, that we can control, right? Smoking, we talked about smoking. Sudden diet changes, it can be can mess up with our skin, make it drier. Free radicals. Have you heard of free radicals? You could do some research, just do a little search on free radicals, and free radicals inside of our bodies basically are causing disease, it ages us. All the good nutrition that we put in our body is actually going out and seeking those free radicals and getting rid of them. So the more good stuff that you eat and drink is going to help take care of that. Ningxia, if you haven't heard of Ningxia, is a really great, it's like a superfood, high antioxidant that is amazing for getting rid of radicals. So glycation, we talked about age, exposure to sugar, you guys. Sugar is damaging. And then also it just causes sagging and wrinkles and all that kind of stuff. So if we want to keep our skin looking fresh, there's some tips, and I learned this at a day beauty school that I went to, and they talked about mindful breathing techniques. So you're going to just breathe in from the chest, and this is just really good if you just need to take a few minutes just to release some stress and just take a breather, you actually breathe from your abdomen and, you know, from down here, and you breathe in and you fill that up, and you're not focusing on filling up your chest. You're just going to breathe in, and the more that you breathe deep, the more oxygen is getting into your body, and that's just really good for overall wellness. So if you're feeling stressed at all, just take a few, when they say take a few deep breaths, do it. Like, and that's what they're talking about, deep down here. Exercise is amazing. And so this is something that I personally struggle with, is making the time to exercise. But I've been exercising, you know, most of my life, I've had a pretty good regimen until my my health crashed about 5 years ago. And that's when it started going downhill. But exercise helps us to maintain, you know, good, or, you know, you guys know that, you've heard this your whole life, like it's good for our organs and for energy levels, and just to help us maintain a healthy weight as well. And then you all know we need our beauty sleep, right? But how many people stay up later than they probably should, or get up early in the morning to get all the things that you need to get done on a list that you could probably get shortened? And then a healthy diet. I'm going to tell you some of the things that my dermatologist tells me to take. So she recommends niacinamide 3 times a day. So I take that 3 times a day. I think it's 500 milligrams, and you know, at meal times. And then I also take a B complex vitamin, and I take those for my skin. And then it's also important to drink a lot of water. Tell me in the comments if you're good at drinking water. I go through stages. Right now I've been bad, but I've been normally good. But I've been using this, you guys. It's the it's Vitality Drops. This is a grapefruit bergamot, and it's like I don't know. It tastes like a Crystal Light, I guess. It's made with stevia. That's been helping me drink more water lately. Okay. So the problem with clean beauty versus chemistry is the chemicals found in skincare products and makeup, they're not good for us. Let me think, there's a documentary that I watched recently. I can't remember it, but I'll post it back in here. But it can cause illness, you guys. The toxins in our makeup are making us sick. And then it also may interfere with our hormones, and we'll get more into that later. We have a video that we're going to be watching from Dr. Edie Wadsworth about our hormones. And then it just can accumulate inside of our bodies. Okay, so, yes. It's easier to remember to drink water if we're talking and moving, but I have to put it on my schedule or I'll forget. I just will. I have to be really good about drinking more water. Okay, so the problem with a lot of the skincare products out there, and you have an assignment tonight, and I'll tell you what it is in a little bit, but there's 10 common harmful ingredients that we are looking for in skincare and makeup products. So one of them is parabens. I should probably post a link to this because this one's hard to remember all these. But there's parabens, there's phthalates, there's some words I can't even pronounce, diethanolamine, something like that, sodium lauryl, sulfate, sodium laureth, another sulfate, polyphylline. Okay, normally I can't pronounce that. I can't remember. Glycol, so it's PEG. Artificial fragrance, which we talked about before. Parfums, which are chemical. Formaldehyde, and oxybenzone, triglycerin, toluene. I mean, come on, you guys, I can't even pronounce these words. This is crazy because they're all chemicals that have been designed in a chemistry factory. We're going to be taking a look at what your assignment tonight is going to be taking a look at what is in your skincare products. So we're going to be looking at skincare. We'll talk about makeup another time, but I want you to take a good look because those are all endocrine disruptors. There's actually a problem with too much estrogen in our bodies, or these they're faux estrogens, and they're creating problems in both boys and girls. And there's also a scientific study that was done. All of our products are getting into the ocean and they're affecting our fish in the ocean, and there's way too many female fish. And when you see those t-shirts that say the future is female, the future may be female if we don't get a grip on all this estrogen, xenoestrogen products under control. So we just need to take a look at our products and make sure that what we're putting on our bodies is the best that we could be doing. So there's BPA, which is in canned foods. It's like the lining of canned foods, plastics, and so we want to avoid those. The sunscreens and the cosmetics with sun protection, those also can have endocrine disruptors. The phthalates are the plasticizers, the plastic food containers. You take those, you put them in the microwave, and you're reheating food. And sorry, someone's coming to my house, and I thought we were social distancing. Oh my gosh, Elise, someone's here for you. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, she's actually one of my team members. She's coming over to see my daughter. All right, sorry about that. Plastic wrap, same thing. And fragrances. Parabens are found in cosmetics, lipsticks, all the things. So we want to be avoiding those. Fire retardants, you guys, there's so many. You could do more research, okay, on your own. But I just wanted to show you that's just a taste, you guys, of all the stuff that's out there. And your homework. Download the Think Dirty app and just do some research on what you have. I want you to comment here. What you have that you want to get rid of, and I will recommend a replacement for you. Okay? And I will also send you my recipes for skincare. Okay? I will tell you that two of my favorite oils, well, actually one of them I don't have it here. I'm all out and my order has not come yet. But frankincense, this is what I'm using on my face and right here. It's actually improving that, and I'm also taking, with the pills. Another one is tea tree. This is really good if you have some acne on your face, and you can just take a cotton ball and just put a few drops and then put it on your face with your regular toner, and it will go all over wherever you need it. Okay? But when I talk about toning your skin, you can think about putting the tea tree on your acne. And then you could also think about putting the frankincense with your moisturizer. Those are two things that I would add if you need it and when you need it. Sometimes you do and sometimes you may not. Okay, so I got some other things. I got like my bathroom right here for you. Okay, so the next thing is you want to have clear, glowing, dewy looking complexion. You need to be washing your face. Using lukewarm water, because if you use cold water, it's not going to open those pores and get it all in there. And then I also like to use these. They're from Amazon. They're like little cotton things, and then I use them to wash my face with. Okay, then so you want to wash your face, right? You're going to wash off your makeup. You're going to give your skin a rest. Then you're gonna exfoliate. And what I recommend, okay, what I normally use is my Art Wash, but I'm out of it. And so right now I have the Orange Blossom, and the Orange Blossom is for younger skin. The Art is for more mature skin. So hopefully I'll get that with my order, but I still really like this. And so I have no problem using it. Now, for exfoliating, you could use the Mint Satin Facial Scrub. You guys, this is awesome, and it's gentle on your skin, and you only need to do that a couple times a week, and you just gently rub it all over. It supports smooth skin, it makes it silky, it helps get those old cells off and help reveal the younger looking skin underneath. Always cleanse your skin before you exfoliate. You're gonna wanna exfoliate with clean skin, and then you just wanna be really careful around your delicate skin, especially right here under your eyes where it's more sensitive. Do not use body scrubs on your face, okay? Just use facial scrubs. And men could use the exfoliant too. There's no reason why they shouldn't be trying to keep their skin healthy. After you're done exfoliating, you'll use, well, I use and recommend the Art Toner, and that helps get off any leftover residue. And if you've seen my cotton balls, you guys, I always have a lot of residue on my cotton balls, and it helps to make the pores appear smaller. That is when you would add the tea tree if you wanted to, and it just helps with the tone of the skin. At that point, we go to Art Renewal Serum. That's when I use this, and this is amazing, you guys, and I use that with a jade roller. So this is my jade roller, and you keep this in the fridge, and it feels so good on your skin. And when you use the jade roller, you just kind of roll it up, and you only press going up. You lift it up and you press going up, and you're gonna use this in the upward motion, okay, all the way around your face, including you can use your neck with the serum on there too. And then you have the smaller end, and that's for around the eyes, and you're gonna wanna go up and over. Just be really gentle around those eyes, okay? If you have any questions about the jade roller, let me know, but it just feels so good if you keep it in the fridge. Okay, after that, I use a moisturizer, and this is the one I love, and it smells amazing. Daughter borrowed it and broke the lid, so hey, little tape works. And you can't, sometimes I'll mix it with the serum, and sometimes I won't. And then if I have any like pimples that I'm working on, I use this acne treatment. It's by Young Living, and this works really good. For some reason, I have this pimple on my ear, so I'll just show you how it works. Just goes, and you just rub it in. I think it's right there. That way, if I forget to do it tonight, and then I also have another one right here. You guys, this stuff is amazing. And then you just rub it in, and it works pretty quick. So if you have any acne, I recommend this. I don't have a whole lot, but I spot treat with that. You can put it on your whole face if you get a lot of acne, which you can decide. And then after you've, if you're going to use like a mask, you would use the mask before the serum. Okay, masks are so good, like once a week on your skin is amazing. Okay, so I have some recipes I'm gonna send you. And do you guys have any questions on the skincare products? I would love to answer them. I think that's all I was going to share with you. Just make sure you're wearing your sunscreen. I have worn this under my makeup and it's fine. If I was on vacation and out in the sun a lot, I would totally, completely use that. Just we need to make sure we are feeding our body nutritious food so that we are able to replace all those yucky, free radicals that are inside our bodies. I'm trying to think if I missed it. Oh, okay. If you don't have a good moisturizer where you could add the frankincense to, this already has frankincense in it, but what I have done is I have used just like a fractionated coconut oil and put a couple drops of frank and a drop of myrrh. So a little history about frankincense and myrrh. They were used the Egyptians used frankincense and myrrh to embalm the bodies. And so it's an amazing preservative for our skin. So just imagine all the good stuff that it does to our skin by using the myrrh and the frankincense. Both of those make a difference on how soft my skin feels. All right, so drop any questions. Let me know. Download the Think Dirty app. Let me know which one the Think Dirty app says is dangerous and that you want to replace. And then I will give you a recommendation, and I will also instant message you my recipes for skincare. And then there's a bunch of them that you can make from ingredients at home, and then add whatever oils you have on hand. So, all right, I hope you have a good evening, and we will see you tomorrow. All right. 24-year-old Orange Blossom. Use the Orange Blossom stuff. It's designed for younger skin, specifically teenagers, but if you're finding that your skin and the environment that you live in is dry, like Arizona's dry, you may want the art, but you said you've been using the Orange Blossom and it's working for you. So I wouldn't mess with it. Anytime you change your skincare, it takes like a month or two for your skin to adjust. If it's working for you, your skin's not too dry, then switch. But I mean, if it is dry, then switch. But if it's good for you, I wouldn't change anything to it. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.